A trillion-dollar man back with you talking about making big money with penny stocks. Look, if you want to make 10x, 20x, 100x with cheap, low-price stocks, you need to know this one thing. Okay, look, I've created $1 trillion in wealth over the last 25 years. I've introduced investors like you to countless stocks that went up more than 10x. Countless. And I can't even, how many doubles? Who knows? But look, here's the one thing that you need. The number one thing that you need to keep your eyes on if you want to find a stock that could be potentially a 10-bagger or 100-bagger. The number one thing you look for is the 100-bagger CEO. You need the 100-bagger CEO. What does that mean? Look, the CEO who thinks 100x becomes 100x. It's just the law of nature. You think big, you become big. You think small, you stay small. It's very simple. You think about winning, you become a winner. Okay? So the CEO, what we need, and this is what I found from my, again, I'm doing this a long time, but I found the guys who take their stocks up to become massive winners, all they do is think about making the stock go up. 24/7. They're thinking, what do I need to do? They think from first principles. Ray Dalio, that's what he talks about, first principles. They think about, hey, what do I need to do to make the stock go up? Okay? And from that way, they go backwards. Okay, well, in order to make the stock go up 100x, I may need to increase my revenues by X amount. I may need to bring in X talent. I need to, maybe make an acquisition, whatever it is, right? But they're always thinking about the stock. Now, here's the thing. It's not just the execution of the fundamentals. These guys are smart. They understand you got to have eyeballs on a stock. You got to engage with investors. Look, Elon Musk, he is the greatest stock promoter of our time, I believe. Him and Evan Gappelberg, I believe, the two greatest stock promoters of our time. Two extremes. One is a dollar stock. One is I don't know, what is it, 400, whatever the number is now. I can't even keep track. Look, what these guys know is you got to keep investors' attention on the stock. And how do you do that? You got to release news week after week. Look, a CEO is serious, okay? You can tell if a CEO is a 100-bagger CEO if they're doing two things that 100-bagger CEOs do. Number one, they are engaged with investors, constant outreach. They are speaking at conferences. They're doing interviews. They're promoting the stock. They're connecting with investors. Number two is they have news week after week after week, like literally nonstop. They're in the headlines. Now, Elon Musk, he doesn't need to do that because he's got 100 million followers. It's a one-of-a-kind situation, sui generis, right? This is like the Leonardo da Vinci of our time. Forget about it. But if you're a penny stock CEO, and that's what we're dealing with, if you're a 50-cent dollar stock, you need to pay for promotion. That you're not going to get eyeballs unless you're paying for promotion. I'm sorry, nobody's going to, CNBC, whatever. You're not going to get articles in Forbes, the Wall Street Journal. You're not going to get it. They don't know you exist. They don't know you exist. You're not big enough. You don't have enough. You're not big enough to interest their audience. It's very simple. For CNBC to put a CEO on the program, he's got to have a big following. Otherwise, it's not worth their time. It's just business, right? So these guys have to pay for promotion. The small cap guys, they go to Wall Street Reporter. They come to Wall Street Reporter, my company, because we have a massive track record in delivering consistent results. 90% success rate in creating multi-bagger stocks. 90%. Nobody else does that. Nobody else has that type of... Well, of course, it's based on if they have the news flow. If they don't have the news flow, then, it's like a 30% chance of them becoming a multi-bagger, which is still very good. You could become a multi-millionaire if you just bought every one of our stocks based on those statistics. Again, not advice here, just to be clear. But look, the 100-bagger CEO, they're constantly putting out news flow. They're being consistent. You see week after week, they got news. They're engaging with investors, and that results in the stock price going up. That's just the way it works, right? Especially when they actually execute. The non-winners, the wannabes, the fakers, which is 90% of the microcap and even the regular market. Look, 90% of these companies out there, I don't care which one, I don't care if it's a penny stock, I don't care if it's a $50 stock, 90% of these guys don't have what it takes to win in the big pot. They're just collecting a salary, trying to hopefully they'll make a couple million, whatever it is, but they're not in it to win it. There's only a handful, only 1%, 5% of CEOs out there have what it takes to go to the top, to go to the moon. There's only a handful of those moonbagger CEOs, and that's what my goal is, to bring you those people on Wall Street Reporter. That's my goal, my friend. So we got to start from first principles. That is, you start with the CEO. That's the leadership. Because look, he's the one that's going to be, running the business. It's not going to be you. I mean, you're not running the business. You're not connecting with investors. So we need the CEO who can do that. We need that 100-bagger CEO. Start with first principles. Ask yourself, does this CEO have what it takes? Does this CEO have what it takes to become a 100-bagger? Is he putting out news? He or she have to be politically correct, or they, right? They look. Are they putting out news consistently week after week? Are they engaging with investors? Those are two simple things. I mean, any idiot, any moron can do those two things. So look, these guys have no excuse not to be doing it. Anyway, look, we've got some massive winners coming up this year. One of them is already moving. I think you guys know which one that is. It's time to make some money. See you at the top. See you with our next 100-bagger.